Is there in Advaita, is there something like good and evil? I understand there is only one consciousness. What I sometimes do not understand is when there is one consciousness and I say, okay, you are another me, I am another you. But there are people, when I say this, I cannot feel, or I do not want to accept this. You know what I mean? I say, okay, no, you must be a totally different consciousness. You know, then I cannot feel it. Because when people do evil things, I see from what consciousness does this come? Yeah. Is this the same consciousness? Discussioning with my friend, he does Tibetan Buddhism, and they also say there is only one consciousness, and they say there is no good and evil at all. So they say actually everything comes from this one consciousness, and there can't be something evil. So this is why they eat meat, this is why they kill animals, and so on. And even if I talk about, okay, this is killing, they say, okay, but this is only illusion, so there is no killing at all. So is there any good, is there any evil?
So according to Advaita Vedanta, there is two kinds of teachings. One kind is Vyavaharika, which means teachings involving this dream world, this dream experience. And another kind of teaching, which is called Paramarthika, which is about the beyond, which is more transcendental, or transcendental wisdom. A lot of people, especially Westerners, they have this misunderstanding because they are combining two different teachings. There is teaching of Vyavaharika that says that of course there is bad and good, but on this dream reality, the experiential reality, which is an illusion, still you cannot do whatever you like because it is a dream. For example, if you are dreaming in the night and you are fighting with somebody and this somebody will hit you, you cannot say it is a dream and I will not protect myself. You should protect yourself. And whatever you do in your dream state, you are facing any consequences of that, even if it is a dream. So if you are fighting with somebody, you still are facing these consequences in the dream. The same with this dream. Whatever you do, you will face the consequences of what you do. So if you kill, you will face the consequences of killing, because it is a bad activity. It creates what we call in Advaita Vedanta papam, which means bad karma, which you will need to pay for that in the next janmas, which means the next reincarnations, which again are a dream, which again are dream lifetimes. There are different laws that do apply in this dream. Even if it is a dream, there are eternal laws of the universe. This is called Sanatana Dharma, the eternal laws of the universe. And Dharma you cannot go against. You can, but you will suffer. So when you kill animals to eat, sooner or later you will face these consequences. Of course it is a dream, but you will face the consequences. For consciousness, your true nature, there is no such thing as bad karma or good karma. There is no good and bad. It is only on the level of Vyavaharika, only on the experiential reality, which is a borrowed reality from consciousness, awareness, Brahman. It is not true, but still you have to be careful. You have to follow certain rules. And furthermore, the point of the ego, the individual will suffer the consequences of his or her activities because he or she believes that she or he is an individual. Consciousness don't have anything to do with this suffering or pain. Actually, the suffering and pain is only something mental. It does not exist in reality. There is no such thing as suffering or pain. It is only in the level of the mind. That's why if this body-mind complex, let's say, suffers from cancer and it will fall into deep sleep without dreams, there is no possibility that it will be the feeling of suffering or pain in the deep sleep without dreams. There has to be the waking up process, starts the thinking process, and then there is the experience of suffering or pain or frustration or disappointment, like the poor me, I have cancer, I will lose my family, I will have pain, and things like that. It is only about the illusory individual who will face the consequences of good and bad. There is good and bad, but only on the level of the mind, only on the level of concepts. On the level of Paramarthika teachings, consciousness, awareness, there is no such thing. That's why when you are in deep sleep without dreams, no matter what you are experiencing in the waking state, any kind of problems that you have, troubles, possible sickness, whatever it is, when you fall into the deep sleep without dreams, there is no pain, there is no suffering, because there is no thinking, there is no thinking process. So we have always to do this distinction of the standpoint that we are discussing. That's why we have different kind of teachings dealing with this dream reality, borrowing reality, or the absolute reality, the absolute truth, the transcendental wisdom. Our true nature, our true self, as Brahman consciousness awareness, never ever had any good or bad karma. There is no such thing as good and bad. There is no such thing as suffering or pain. Our true nature is of Sat Chit